Muletrain.
And it is time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Thursday, September the 10th, 2015, brought to you today by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
Memorial service for Jana Brown Finke, 46 of Spring, daughter of James and Diane Brown of Muleshoe, will be held Saturday afternoon at 2 in the Muleshoe Church of Christ. Another service was held Wednesday afternoon at the Woodlands Church Chapel in the Woodlands, Texas. Jana died on Monday morning, August the 31st, early, after a fierce 5-year battle with breast cancer. She was born in Crosbyton on March the 15th, 1969, to James and Diane Wilson Brown. Jana graduated from Muleshoe High School in 1987 and went on to receive a bachelor's degree in elementary education from Texas Tech University in 1991. She married Scott Finke July the 8th, 2000 in Lubbock. She was an outstanding teacher for 16 years and a gifted and talented specialist for almost 8 years in several schools in the Houston area. Jana gave birth to her first child, a son, Adam, on May the 20th, 2002. 5 years later, on October 19th, 2007, she had a little girl named Meredith. She was a faithful wife, devoted mother, a wonderful daughter, sister, and friend. She loved shopping and collecting antiques. Jana Brown Finke is survived by her husband of 15 years, Scott, and their children, all of the home in Spring. Her son Adam, 13 years of age, and her daughter Meredith, 7 years old. Her parents here in Muleshoe, James and Diane Brown. 2 sisters, Courtney Ware and her children, Karen and also Clayton of Seattle, Washington, and Debbie Schultz and her husband Paul and their children, Daniel, Anna, Rachel, Sarah, and Elizabeth, all of Austin. Her father and mother-in-law, Leonard and Sandra Finke of Spring, and her sister-in-law, Robin Brooks, and her husband Matt of Brazoria. Her feisty, loyal, and compassionate life will be celebrated on this Saturday afternoon at 2 in the Muleshoe Church of Christ. Please remember all of the family of Jana Diane Brown Finke, 46 of Spring, in your prayers, who died Monday morning, August the 31st, early, after a fierce 5-year battle with breast cancer. Her grandparents all preceded her in death and all lived here in Muleshoe, Gladys and Bay Wilson, and also Dorothy and Dee Brown. Memorial service for Everett Reeder, 86 of Muleshoe, brother of Mary Jo Burge, will not be held until Thursday afternoon, October the 1st at 3 o'clock in Ellie's Funeral Home Chapel, with Dr. Stacy Connor officiating. A meal for the family will be served before the service at the First Baptist Church Fellowship Hall. Everett Reeder died Monday morning around 3:30 in the emergency room of the Muleshoe Area Medical Center, where he had been taken from the Parkview Nursing Care Center where he lived. He was born Everett Lee Reeder, December the 8th, 1928, in the Fairview community in South Bailey County to Hazel and Harl Reeder. He attended school at Fairview and Muleshoe and started to work for the REA, now known as Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, here in Muleshoe, and later was transferred to the Martin office of the cooperative. He married Virginia Riedel in 1948. He taught electricity through Texas A&M to prisoners until he retired in the early 1990s. He was preceded in death by his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Harl Reeder, his two brothers, H.E. and Ivan Reeder, and his little sister, Margaret Joyce Reeder. Survivors are one daughter, Cassandra Lindsay of Huntsville, two sons, Michael Reeder of Bangs and Ronnie Lee Reeder of Round Rock, two sisters, Mary Jo Burge of Muleshoe and Dorothy Bowers of Mount Pleasant, and a number of grandchildren as well as great-grandchildren. Everett Reeder moved back to Muleshoe in 2009 to live near his sister, Mary Jo Burge. Please remember all of the family of Everett Reeder in your prayers, and repeating the memorial service will be held on October the 1st at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Ellis Funeral Home Chapel here in Muleshoe, with Dr. Stacy Connor officiating. The Muleshoe High School freshmen will be playing on Thursday evening at 5 at Idalou, and the JV Mules will travel to Seagraves to play Thursday. Also, that game will be at 7 o'clock. The very first Watson Junior High School football games will be held on Thursday at Benny Douglas Football Stadium. The first junior high school pep rally of this school year was held Thursday morning for Watson Junior High School Mules. At Benny Douglas Stadium Thursday night, the B team plays Seagraves at 6:30, and then the 8th grade will be playing at 5 o'clock, all here in Muleshoe. So it is certainly Beat Seagraves Day and weekend here on Channel 6. Now, homecoming at Muleshoe High School will be Friday, September the 18th, when we play Perryton. And the homecoming queen candidates are Briley Bell, a junior. She is the daughter of Chad and Rebecca Bell, and also Courtney Magby, and her escort will be Cameron Hardwick. Brittany Mendoza is also a junior, and she is the daughter of Abraham and Stephanie Mendoza, and her escort will be Dagan Dunham. Desi Gutierrez is a senior, daughter of Letitia Gutierrez and Anthony Rodriguez, and she will be escorted onto the at the homecoming pep rally next week by Donovan Gutierrez. Brooklyn Bell is a senior, daughter of Chad and Rebecca Bell and Courtney Magby, and her escort will be Tony Castillo. Also, Blanca Ramirez is a senior. Her parents are Luis and Gina Ramirez, and her escort will be Matthew Flores. Pael Patel is also a senior at Muleshoe High School, and she is the daughter of Rakesh and Renu Patel. And the Queen of Homecoming 2015 will be crowned at halftime this year of the homecoming game next week on Friday, September the 19th when we host Periton. We'll be back with a lot more football information, so please stay tuned after these important messages.
First Bank is proud to announce First Bank Online, www.fbmuleshoe.com. Transfer funds easily between accounts, make loan payments, view current and previous statement activity, pay bills online with bill pay, banking anytime with 24/7 access. Call or come by today. The First Bank, 202 South First Street, 806-272-4515. They're proud to announce First Bank Online, www.fbmuleshoe.com. The First Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender, and the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant, bring you this edition of the Muletrain News.
Do you have family in town? Well, if you do, come to Leal's, where families come together. Leal's is a family business that started in Muleshoe. They are located at 1010 West American Boulevard and serve the best of Mexican food and other treats. See you at Leal's. That's where my family goes when we are in town.
The Bailey County Farm Bureau 2015 convention will be Saturday, September the 19th, right here in Muleshoe at 7 p.m. at the Bailey County Electric Meeting Room, 610 East American Boulevard. Come out for food, prizes, and thank you bags and more. Everything is free for the members. Memberships will be available to purchase at the door for $40. Only one membership per family is required. If you are over the age of 24, you're required to have your own membership. That's the Bailey County 2015 convention will be 7 p.m. Saturday, September the 19th, right here in Muleshoe at the Bailey County Electric Meeting Room, 610 East American Boulevard. Come out for food, prizes, thank you bags, and more.
In last week's game between the Muleshoe Mules and the Sweetwater Mustangs, the Muleshoe Athletic Boosters have named players for that game. Offensively, Tony Castillo. Defensive, Jose Mendoza. Most valuable player, Donovan Gutierrez. Lineman, Rigo Rodriguez. Slobberknocker award goes to Mario Flores, and special teams, Evan Paez, from last week's game with Sweetwater. And the Muleshoe Mules will host on Friday night at 7:30 at Benny Douglas Stadium the Seagraves Eagles. And we urge everybody every Thursday and Friday to wear their black and white and back your Muleshoe Mules junior high, high school football teams. And also on this weekend, the Muleshoe High School cross-country teams will be going to Plainview to run on Saturday. Now, here in Muleshoe, before the Friday night game, the junior class will have a pre-game supper. From 5 to 7, they'll be serving in the Muleshoe High School cafeteria. And you can get your tickets in advance or at the door, either one. They're $8 per plate. It will be green chili chicken enchilada casserole with beans, rice, chips, and salsa. They'll also serve a dessert with tea and water to drink. Now, you can call if you want your meal delivered free at no extra charge, 272-7305 on Friday, and that will be delivered by a junior class member. That's the pregame supper on this Friday night at the Muleshoe High School cafeteria from 5 until 7. It's $8 per plate for a green chili chicken enchilada casserole meal. Also, the Muleshoe Mules will be up against the Class 2A AP 5th rank team in the state of Texas, but Dave Campbell says they're the number 2 team in the state. They have 19 of 22 starters back, so they have a solid foundation. And, of course, last year, the Muleshoe Mules went to Seagraves, and they lost that game to a 2A school. So they're looking for revenge this year. And the Eagles of Seagraves are looking to return to the playoff season and go deep into December and become state champions in 2A in 2015. We say good luck to them, but not on this Friday night. And we will be there with Jim Daniel, who, by the way, we want to say a big happy birthday to, and we hope that he'll be celebrating big because Friday is his birthday. And he'll have with him his right-hand man, Quentin Poe, the voices of the Muleshoe Mules for Channel 6. And you can see highlights of the game on Saturday and the entire game here on Channel 6 on Reach Broadband. The highlights are up on muleshoetv.com, our Twitter, and our Facebook /Gil Lamb. Courtesy of Terry Burton Service Center, K&K Pharmacy, Muleshoe Animal Clinic and Vet Supply, Muleshoe Housing Authority, Muleshoe Independent School District, Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, Mohawk Auto Parts, Hereford Feed Ingredients, Muleshoe State Bank, Shipman Body Shop, and Autoplex, Barrett Potato Farms, Wilson Drilling, McDonald's and Muleshoe 5 Area Telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, West WTG Fuels Incorporated, and Irrigation Pumps and Power Incorporated. It's only because of these Muleshoe merchants that we can broadcast the delayed broadcast of the games starting on Saturday. Now, the Seagraves Eagles have won their first 2 games. Their first game was a victory over Cedar Hill Trinity, 26-16, and then last week they beat Floydada Seagraves 49 and the Whirlwinds 7, where the Muleshoe Mules are 1-1 on our season. And last week we lost to Sweetwater 36-14, and then the first week we opened the season over Levelland at their new stadium and inaugurated it in a Mighty Mule style, 43-15. And we want to remind you that you can still get your reserve seat tickets for all 5 home games for $35 now at the Muleshoe School Administration Building, 514 West Avenue G, right across the street from Benny Douglas Football Stadium. They're open weekdays, 7:30 in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon. Now, if you want just one season ticket or one game ticket in the season ticket section of Benny Douglas Stadium, they can be purchased only on game day at the administration office at $8 per game. And if you have a question, well, just contact Dana Rasco at 806-272-7400, and she'll be happy to answer your questions. General admission to junior varsity or sub-varsity and also varsity games at Benny Douglas Stadium this year will be $3 for adults, and students, and that does include college students, will be $2 for admission at the gate. And we want to say that it is Grandparents' Day on Friday, and they are celebrating down at Dillman Elementary School. And all of the grandparents of kindergarten children are the guests for lunch on Friday. And happy Grandparents' Day to all of our grandparents. Here is the weather forecast for Muleshoe, Sudan, Amherst, Earth, and the official high in Muleshoe on Thursday was 87. On Wednesday, was 87, and the official low was 57. On Thursday morning at 7, it was 58 degrees. And now a message from our sponsor, 5 Area Telephone West Plains Telecommunications.
5 Area Telephone West Plains Telecommunications presents to you this edition of the weather forecast. 5 Areas at 302 Uvalde Street, 806-272-5533, offering phone and internet services. Go by and check them out online, www.5area.com. The weather forecast for the Muleshoe area on Thursday, mostly sunny, high near 89 degrees, south winds around 10 miles per hour. 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms tonight, partly cloudy. Low around 61, south wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then Friday, 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny. High only around 81 degrees, east-northeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Friday night, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low around 55. Saturday, a 20% chance of rain, mainly before 1 p.m., partly sunny, high near 77 degrees. So it's going to really feel like some fall weather here in the next couple days. Partly cloudy Saturday night, low around 57. Sunny on Sunday, high around 89. So it's going to bounce back and be a little bit warmer on Sunday. Mostly clear, low around 61 Sunday night. Monday, sunny, high near 91 degrees. Mostly clear. Monday night, low around 60. 5 Area Telephone West Plains Telecommunications has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast.
The Beat Seagraves Pep Rally will be held Friday morning at 11:10 in the new Muleshoe High School gym. So everybody is invited to come out to the first pep rally of the season, because this is the first home game Friday night for the Muleshoe Mules. That pep rally again is 11:10 in the new Muleshoe High School gym Friday morning. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a moment. Please stay tuned.
Brian Cox, 401 South 1st Street, right here in Muleshoe, where you can enter today for your chance to win a $1,000 shopping giveaway from Fry and Cox. Enter today at 401 South 1st Street. Their stock tanks are now in. Also, no hunting and no hunting purple spray paint, along with the signs available now. They have rotary barrel pump, thrust starting fluid, antifreeze, snow and ice shield. Get you ready for the cold weather that they say is going to be pretty bad this fall and winter. Take now 50% off Easy Care and Weatherall paints. All sales are final. Also 50% off all their dog food, treats, collars, and toys for in their pet supply department. That's 50% off now. All their dog food at Fry and Cox, 401 South 1st Street, where they remind you that they have a $1,000 shopping giveaway, and you can enter for your chance to win from Fry and Cox right now at 401 South 1st Street. Fry and Cox, check them out on Facebook as well.
Now is the time to order your homecoming mums and garters. And they have at Lasting Impression homecoming mums and garters for all ages and for all of our area schools also. There are new styles along with the traditional styles of homecoming mums and orders to choose from at Lasting Impression. The deadline for ordering your Muleshoe High School homecoming mums and garters is Monday, September 14th at 5 o'clock from Lasting Impressions, 516 South First Street, or simply call 806-272-4287. Muleshoe High School's homecoming is Friday, September the 18th, next week. And now is the time to order your homecoming mums and garters.
Well, it is just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank along with Liao's Mexican Restaurant. You can find our Muletrain News program. It's archived the last several months' worth of Muletrain News programs on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page. Our latest Muletrain News program is rotating on Reach Broadband, Channel 6. Williams General Store, 1405 West American Boulevard, where they're having a metal art sale going on now with 30% off all their great metal art. Now, perfect time to spruce up your yard for the beautiful fall weather ahead. This metal art sale, 30% off now at Williams. Hillary Tips and Dan Hansen wedding shower selections available now at Williams as well. Winter women's and men's Sanuk sandals. They also have some great new pictures in at Williams. All athletic shoes are marked to go out the door. Muleshoe, Texas shirts and hats, all available at Williams General Store, 1405 West American Boulevard. And don't forget, 30% off now, all their metal art at Williams General Store. Check them out on Facebook as well.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith, 55 years in the same school. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
And the Sounds of Texas are brought to you here on Reach Broadband Channel 6, as well as MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, celebrating 76 years of rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area. The employees have 621 years, 7 months, and 1 week of experience at Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association. David Markle, the president, CEO, and all the board of directors. The members, the employees, hope that you enjoy the Sounds of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Bill Giles graduated from Van High School in 1956 and went to college.
Then I came to Van High School in 1960 and started my career here.
And you weren't much older than some of the senior students.
I was 20 years old when I came. So I had some students that were 18 years old, yes. It was sort of interesting for me that first year. I also married my wife that was one of my students for the first year that I taught.
His wife is 3 years younger than Bill.
She was working in Dallas one summer, and I was in Dallas, and we ran into each other, and we started dating in June and got married in September.
He started out teaching English and business and is now the Van High School counselor.
I have been in Van High School for 55 years. I've had my wife in school, I've had my grandson in school, I've had my daughter in school, I've had my son in school. In fact, I am working right now on fourth generations on some students' families. I'm also in charge of international students, placement of international students. Plus, I have hosted 6 exchange students in my house. And I go every summer, my wife and I do, to Brazil to see what we still call our boys, even though they're 45 and 50 and 55 years old.
His office has souvenirs and mementos of all his travels and things the foreign students have brought him. His office has no wall or table space. They are filled with posters, mugs, candles, pom-poms, bulletin boards full of photos, certificates, and flags.
I've got almost every country just about represented. I hope that I die on the job because I sure don't want to have to clean this up.
Bill knows of nobody else who has been at the same school 55 years.
I hope I have a record maybe. I'm not sure, but maybe I do. It's been an enjoyable place to work. It's probably one of the best places. Well, it's the only place I've worked, but it's wonderful, and I look forward to coming every day that I come. I usually get up here about 6:30, and I usually stay till 4:30 or 5 every day.
Bill Giles of Van. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.
Time now for the market report, brought to you today by Stephen Dement, financial advisor with Edward Jones, located right here in Muleshoe at 104 West 2nd Street. Call 806-272-4102. Stephen can assist you with any of your financial needs, no matter where you live. The market report was recorded this Thursday, September the 10th, 2015 at 11 a.m.
This is Dana Rempe of Edward Jones, member of the New York Stock Exchange Incorporated, bringing you the daily financial market report. U.S. stocks are higher to start the day as investors weigh continued signs of labor market improvement with the potential of higher interest rates. In economic news, data this morning showed a decrease in Americans filing unemployment claims last week, while continuing claims came in slightly higher than anticipated. U.S. bond prices are relatively unchanged to start the day. So far this morning in the S&P 500, the best performing sector is healthcare, while the worst performing sector is telecommunications. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 69 points to 16,323. The S&P 500 Index is up 8 points to 1,950, and the NASDAQ Composite Index is up 32 to 4,788. This morning, volume on the New York Stock Exchange is moderate, with 331 million shares traded. Advancers are outnumbering decliners by roughly a 2-to-1 margin. In commodity markets, the spot price of gold is up $1 to $1,109. The spot price of silver is up 4 cents to $14.67, and crude oil prices are up 88 cents to $45.03. In bond markets, the 30-year Treasury yield is currently 2.98%, and the 10-year Treasury yield is 2.21%. In stocks of local interest, Apple is up $2.32 to $112.47. ConocoPhillips is up 58 cents to $48.43. Johnson & Johnson is up 44 cents to $92.66. AT&T is down 20 cents to $32.58. Pfizer is up 53 cents to $32.48. Xcel Energy is up 15 cents to $32.71. Walmart is down 71 cents to $64.41. Procter & Gamble is down 7 cents to $68.42. Walt Disney is down 2 cents to $101.89. And Kinder Morgan is up 5 cents to $30.69. This is Dana Rempe of Edward Jones, member SIPC, serving individual investors with personalized attention and long-term financial advice at 104 West 2nd Street in Muleshoe. Daily commentary is also located on our website at edwardjones.com.